All right, I am back. I want to do one quick thing just to make sure on this. All right, now I know it's good. It's running good. I need to try something first. Nope, that didn't work, but it doesn't matter. All right, cool. Let me go back to here. Come on. All right. Now, I don't see the little swirly thing. Maybe it was my computer. I don't know, but it's cleared up now. We're just waiting for everybody to come on back. What? Oh, that was annoying. Let me tell you what. Should have went and filled my coffee cup up. What? What? You just want some lovin's, I know. Got a kitty cat that's just laying on me and giving that little show me attention whine. All right, fantastic. Good to see you, Colleen. We figured you were probably at somebody else's live stream. Oh, just to let you know, Colleen, we now have a phone number for the live stream so people can call in now. The next upgrade to our little gatherings. Well, everybody's starting to pop back in. That's a good thing. And while everybody's coming back, I am going to run and fill this coffee cup up. So I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Keep talking away, people, and I will be right back. Hey, you. You're not a you. You're a goofball. Oh, no. Oh, you got food, you got water, you're all good. All right, Salted. Hey, yeah, we I rebooted my computer. We shut down and I rebooted my computer to see and it seems like the little swirly's gone and I'm no longer yeah, stuck in time warp. Me too. Oh, there it is. I don't like that mode. All right, cool. Yes, looks like the problem is solved. We're good to go now. Yeah, that was getting real frustrating. It's like every 3 seconds, everything would freeze and I couldn't even make a sentence. So now we're just, Emmanuel, good to see you back. Yeah, it's at, I think it's 43, 4036, 40, 4,036 kilobytes per kilobits per second. It's well beyond what's needed for live stream with Facebook. Excuse me, with Google. You go with YouTube. Yeah, I was saying that, I'm looking at the live stream and the live stream health is great. It's got a green light, no problems there. The OBS settings are fantastic, but um, all of my settings are all good. What it was my computer. I've really needed to reboot it because I haven't rebooted it in about a good week and a half, and I think my RAM was getting jammed up with a lot of stuff that shouldn't have been running. And by rebooting it, I cleared it all out, and now all of a sudden, the hesitation's gone. So it had to have been on my end. It's all taken care of now, though, so we're good to go. Yeah, I was like ready to pull my hair out and become bald over this one, you know. Well, we went from 20 down to 14. Hopefully, everybody's going to show back up. But hey, 14's fine by me. So, Salted, I saw you posted a video. It came up in my notification. I went to watch it and it said that you had removed it. What was the video about that you removed it? Well, I figure everybody's going to get snacks and going to the restroom and making their coffee and they'll float back. Well, it's been a pretty quiet day around here today, which was kind of nice. There you go. I gotta brew another pot up too. I just killed the last one. I'm sipping on it now. Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. Ah, yes, yes. That's a good man there. Well, I can kind of understand his point. He's all monetized and he's making money off of them, and that may be where he would be a stickler about it. I don't know. Well, hello, Almighty Ron. Good to see you here. Um, you missed the ordeal we went through. Had to shut down and reboot my computer. It was just messing all up. But we're all good to go now. That's understandable. Yeah, I remember when he was going through that, which makes sense, you know. Anybody who's trying to put out the truth, they're trying to shut him down, you know. That's like the video that I've been working on for this past week that I'm going to finish tomorrow because I have no other plans to do anything. Uh, I got to go in and there's certain scenes that I have to blur out because even those they're taken from newsreels that are on the news company's their YouTube channel, which is open for public use. Um, they'll probably guideline strike me. So I got to blur those scenes out because they'll call it too violent, blase, blase, and hit me with another strike, and then I'll never be able to live stream on my main channel, and I'm not going to let that happen. Because I do want to be able to go back and live stream on my main channel too. So I can bounce back between the two. Ah, if I could pack it all up and ship it off to you, I absolutely would in a heartbeat. Well, we seem to be getting hit with a whole lot more than that. I got a bad knee and I'm really tired of going out there and shoveling 2 feet, you know? 2 to 4 inches I could handle. This 2 feet stuff is just insane. Yeah. You guys are going to end up getting dried out from the rain and there'll be another fire. So, Emmanuel, let me take a look at something real quick. Oh, you got more than a meter of snow? And it said a meter of snow is 39 inches, so you got a little over 3 feet. Check this out. Here where I live in Erie, Pennsylvania, um, from Christmas to New Year's, we got 8 feet. And since New Year's to now, we've gotten another 3 feet. There's been 11 feet of snow, which that would be almost what, 3 meters, I guess, since there's 39 inches in a meter. That's 3 feet per meter. So almost 4 meters of snow in 2.5 weeks. That's a lot of snow. Seems like every morning I wake up, I'm shoveling out. No, I didn't see that. I've seen them put lighters to snow, but that's actually, you can do that, and what'll happen is the snowball will shrink. It won't melt. That's just normal. Now, the magnet is a whole different deal. See, with a snowball, what happens is the carbon that's burning from the lighter will gather on the outside of the snow. That's normal. And a snowball, the way it works. Hey JT, good to see you. The way the snowball works is due to the cold that's within it. If you put just a small lighter to it, it won't melt. It'll shrink. That's normal. Put a blowtorch to it and watch what happens. But what they're doing with the magnet's a whole different deal. That's the one that would make me concerned. Oh, there you go, JT. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. It's an extremely eye-opening book. And after you read the book of Enoch, go back and read the words of Christ and the words of John and Paul and Peter and Mark. Um, yeah, it's going to change the way you look at the New Testament. You're going to realize that Christ himself and all the apostles, they all referred back to Enoch. Yep. He basically names 20 of the 20 main leaders of the 200 watchers that made the decision to come down and mate with women or whatever they did. Yes, and Enoch explained it as best he could. Um, but they were given advanced technology. That's why when you look at the hieroglyphic, what is it? Tongue tied here. The drawings on the wall in Egypt, hieroglyphics. You know what I'm saying? Hieroglyphics. It just won't come out right. But they even got pictures that look like tanks and helicopters and aircraft. Yeah, that's why when I read the Book of Enoch and I look at the examples that are out on our earth right now, from ancient civilizations, I honestly believe that they had advanced technology that was even more advanced than what we have right now. I don't know, Colleen. I don't know. I'm part of the group that believes that the Tower of Babel was not, they weren't building a building that was going to reach the heavens. I think that was an example given, but what it truly was something like CERN. It may have been a tower that something like CERN was inside. That's the best way I can put it. No, I don't, Colleen. There you go. JT Pirates got it. Exactly, a vertical CERN. And they built something like CERN inside of the tower, and they were trying to break through the veil because they knew they couldn't get through the firmament. And the angels showed them how to do it. And when you're reading the book of Enoch, you'll see where he says that the book what he wrote was not meant for his generation. He said it was meant for a remote generation of the last days. So what Enoch wrote was meant for us. And I think he was explaining what was going on then because he knew from what the angel had told him that that's the same thing that would be happening now. And once and again, as in the days of Noah, as in the days of Lot. Yes, it is. It's a book for the last generation. Don't know, JT. I haven't really dug too deep into the Dead Sea Scrolls. Some of it I have, not a ton, but oh, you know that. We absolutely are the last days generation. Yeah, but I do not believe that Nimrod was actually trying to build a building that was going to reach the firmament so he could get in there with a hammer and break it. I honestly believe that they had advanced technology given to them by the fallen angels, the Watchers, and they were literally doing something like CERN to try to find another way over the wall. Yeah, well, the reason why Saddam was killed was not because he thought he was Nimrod. Saddam was killed and Iraq was plunged into war because Saddam Hussein tried to take Iraq off of the petrodollar and he wanted to sell his oil on a gold standard, and the United States was having nothing to do with it. And that's the reason why he's dead. Had Saddam gone along with the United States and the petrodollar, he'd still be in power. Yep, same for Libya. Yep, Gaddafi did the same thing. And here's the real scary part, and I want you to think closely about this. China announced they're going off the petrodollar, and they're now, right, Russia and China are going to be buying and selling oil from the yen off of a gold standard, which takes them off of the US petrodollar. And every nation that ever tried to do that, their leaders were killed and they were plunged into war. And now they're doing that. And right after they announced that, all this stuff with North Korea, we've got the false missile alarm in Hawaii. Now we get the false missile alarm in Japan. They're getting ready to go to war. The United States is not going to let the world throw away the petrodollar, because if they do that, our economy absolutely completely collapses. Hyperinflation goes in, and we're done for. The United States is not going to allow that. Our money is not based in gold anymore. It's based in paper out of the Federal Reserve. And this is all part of the elite's plan. And it's going to bring down the United States. It's going to bring down China. It's going to bring down Russia. Um, and it's going to kill a whole lot of people. And it's going to be the rise of the New World Order. It's going to be the rise. Oh, absolutely. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, blockchain. That's the digital currency of the mark of the beast, where you're going to need your chip to be able to buy and sell, because cash will be dead. You won't be able to go into the store and pull out a 20 out of your wallet. You'll have to run your chip over the machine, just like you do with your debit card. They're already getting people familiarized with the chip in the debit card. They're already buying stuff with their phones and with their watches. Absolutely, they're buying it up and they're sucking it up. Hey, scripture says that in those days they will be throwing their gold and their silver in the streets because it won't be worth anything. It'll be all crypto. Oh, absolutely. They have acres and acres and acres of computers full of data on every single person on the planet. You know, people are saying that Bitcoin and blockchain was created by the AIs, but I have a funny feeling that they used the AIs to create them, but they were built by uh, the elite families, the elite bankers of the world, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, you know? And they know what they're doing, and they know all about Bitcoin, and they know all about blockchain, and they're in the process right now of completely destroying uh, hard cash, hard currency. And in the process, they're going to be taking out multiple nations. Oh, you got it. There's presidents aren't elected; they are selected. Why do you think they brought out Hillary Clinton to go against Donald Trump? And then all of a sudden, after she's now running, they bring out all of this crazy stuff about her emails and about these murders and about the money and about her, all the dirty deals. That they knew all that. They put her up against him so that they could bring out all this, so that they could make everybody feel like I'll vote for Trump. And then when they selected Trump into the office, everybody's like, ah, oh, see, I made a great choice. It wasn't your choice. Like sheep, you were guided into the fence. Absolutely salted. Yeah, there'd be a great defense. Go and beat somebody up. And then when you go to court and they ask you why you did it, you say, WWJD, what would Jesus do? He went in and he took time to make a whip and went in there and whipped everybody. So I followed my Lord and Savior. Alex Jones is a plant. He is led by the elites by the nose. He does what they tell him to, and he's doing a really good part of it. You know, I remember in the beginning, I watched what he was doing and all, and the thing that opened my eyes, um, yes, he's a shill. You got it. The thing that opened my controlled opposition. You got it, Emmanuel. The thing that opened my eyes to all of this um, was when he supposedly snuck in with a cell phone to take pictures of what's that place out in California where all the elites gather? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Bohemian Grove. And you know what? We're talking about this place is a gathering of all the elites of the elites, the president of the United States, the vice president, the president of Russia, president of China. I mean, all the elites of the elites are all assembling here. And you're telling me some no name's going to sneak in with a phone? No, he was let in for purpose and meaning and said, your job is to take pictures of this and get it on the internet because he's controlled opposition. And if you can't see that, you really need to wake up because you're not going to get into a place where there's extremely high security. Getting into, you got to realize, getting into Bohemian Grove to go take pictures is about the same as sneaking into the White House, into the Oval Office with your phone to take a conversation, listen and take pictures of Donald Trump on the phone. It ain't going to happen. The only way you get in that Oval Office is if you are instructed and they guide you in there. That's how we got into Bohemian Grove. Yeah. We were told they snuck in, and that is all just fake news. Man, they were let in. They knew who they were. No one just sneaks into the White House. It just don't happen. Hey Don, how you doing? So let me bring something up real quick. I got to get this out of my computer because I had to shut down, which shut down the window. All right. I'm gonna throw something into the live chat for y'all. Hold up. And here you go. Hello, Sugar Bear. Good to see you. So y'all read that. That's the number for here. I did that text me thing and I got set up with a number. So anybody can now call in because it's an anonymous number as far as my address goes and who I am. No one can find me. So it works real well. I can put that number in the live chat for anyone to call. And I don't have to worry about people seeing that number in post live stream because all I got to do is shut down the app and the phone doesn't, and that phone number doesn't work. I got to turn the app on for it to work. Oh, I got a video that I've been putting together that had some things come up this week that kept delaying me, and then today I had a few things I had to do, and then I did the new video that I'm doing now, well, that I did now, and but I'm gonna finish it tomorrow, and it's all about connecting uh, economic booms with economic busts, followed by false flags, followed by war, and how they are completely, totally interconnected with one another, and it happens every single time. Yeah, in that video, I go through um, the Panic of 1907, followed by the creation of uh, the Federal Reserve in 1912 or 1913, which created an economic bust that was followed by the Lusitania, which brought the United States into the war, and how there was an economic boom. I mean, I go through all this, all the way up. I go through Pearl Harbor and how Pearl Harbor was a false flag. I go into the War of Korea in 1949, 1950, how that was a false flag. I go into the false flag of Vietnam. I go all the way through, all the way up to now, you know? None that I know of, Almighty. I've heard rumors, but they never came to fruition. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is a lot better. That last live stream was like every 3 seconds I was getting that circle in the screen, which was shutting me down. Hello, researcher. How you doing? Good to see you. You ought to check out the one that I just put up today on my main channel, Paul Adams. Actually, when you look at Revelation, what you'll see is it's uh, broken down into three sections, which is three different views of the same events. If you try to read it in chronological, it'll never make any sense to you. None whatsoever. Oh, it's layered here. Didn't see that. Yeah, you can't read Revelations from beginning to end thinking it's chronological. It will not make any sense to you whatsoever. But when you understand that it's three different storylines of the same story, it all makes sense. You got to understand, Google is run by their AI, and YouTube is part of Google. Yeah, the story was that they shut it down. They never shut it down. That was just for the public's um, ingesting. They never shut that thing down. Get real, you know. You want to do the wave. There you go. Well, I know full well that due to what I do, um, when it comes time for them to come collect us up, they will be at my door for certain, you know. The only way I don't get my head chopped off is if I stop live streaming and quit all this and pack up my bags and move into the woods. Go hide away. I am most definitely on their radar. Even though I don't have the biggest of channels, my main channel. Um, yes, but the most advanced culture that ever was on this earth was in the days of Nimrod, when the Watchers were here, when the fallen angels, the Watchers were here, and they taught them all of that stuff. We're not even as advanced as they were back then. Oh, even around here, all the trees are dying. Oh, I'm absolutely certain chimeras were. These weren't things that they created out of their mind and just worshipped. They created them because they saw them. I couldn't tell you if they're the seed of Cain, but I have heard a lot about all the presidents are all the same bloodline. Oh, the Vatican knows a whole lot more than they admit to. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, JT. Well, spiders don't really bother me. I kind of, all the information that we receive as far as the elites go and whatnot, that's all leaked to them, which is leaked to us. All the puppets are told to do this and they do it. No, I haven't seen what you're talking about, JT. Well, we shall see, you know. Oh, I know when you're talking about that. You're talking about the art piece that is in the where the Pope's throne is, it looks like actually on the inside it looks like a serpent's head, and it looks like where the Pope sits, he's sitting in the mouth of the serpent, so he would be the mouthpiece for the serpent. Yep, you got it. I've seen that. Even the outside of the building looks like a serpent. And you cannot tell me that was by accident. There is absolutely no way. I've seen that. Actually, I have a video on my channel showing them singing to Lucifer and proclaiming Lucifer as God, and they proclaim that Christ was the son of Lucifer in that song. I got it on a video that's on my channel. Yeah, I think there's 100 and some odd videos on my main channel, or close to. 93 videos on my channel. Yeah, I've seen them speaking about that too, also, researcher. Oh, I have to agree with you on that, on a lot of it, Colleen. I quit taking the flu shot because years ago, I got the flu shot 3 different times, and a week later I had the flu. And I'm like, what's the point of getting a flu shot if I'm going to get sick? That's the point I made. I was getting sick. I haven't had that thing in years and years. I don't go near it. As far as I'm concerned, no needles go in this body. I don't know what they're injecting you with. It's like it's been said, a baker has to know every ingredient that's going into his cupcakes or his cakes, because of health hazards. Yet a doctor doesn't need to know what's in a vaccine or in a flu shot. What's wrong with that picture? Well, the main language of this world will change after they have their war and Western civilization has been destroyed and collapsed and the New World Order rises. You got to realize the elites, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, they all teach order out of chaos. And the order out of chaos, that the ultimate one is the destruction of Western civilization. I don't think so, because I think the Chinese are going to. I have to agree with that movie I Pet Goat too. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but the Russians go down, the Chinese go down, the Americans go down, Western civilization goes down. Hey, Wake and Saint, good to see you. Not the Pet Goat book. The Pet Goat book was the book that was being read um, when Bush was in that elementary school when the not when 9/11 happened. There is a video out called I Pet Goat 2, and you put in I space pet space goat space I and watch that video. It'll trip you out. Yeah, that's another Mandela effect, Colleen. You got to realize the reason why they named that movie I Pet Goat is because the book was named I Pet Goat. Well, once and again, we remember the book being upside down, but not only is the name changed from I Pet Goat to My Pet Goat, but also if you look at the videos, he's not holding the book upside down anymore. Yeah, he's now holding the book upside up. It's not upside down like it was. Think about it. That video was called I Pet Goat 2, and there's a reason why they named it I Pet Goat 2. Oh yeah, absolutely. Plane, must, hit, steal. Yeah, well, it's not upside down anymore. I have seen it over and over again. I've seen people that have tried to show how it was fake and they couldn't. So, as far as history is concerned, he was never holding the book upside down, and we're all wrong. Yeah. Yes, there is some residue out there. Absolutely. There always is. Oh, I've seen several things that connect Back to the Future with what's going on in our reality right now and with the Mandela effect. Oh, absolutely. I've seen them. Absolutely. 100% JT. All right, everyone. We're at the 1 o'clock, the 1 hour mark. So nobody go nowhere. Stay in the live chat. And remember, I'm going to put into the live chat when I go live. And if you don't see that the live stream is live, either refresh your browser or close out the tab and reopen a new one. Sometimes people get hung up when I do this. So I want to let you know. Um, But we're going to close this one down so it can upload to the channel. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right, everyone? Peace, my friends.